Tragedy is something that hits us all. A consistent loss in my life is people. I feel like there's times in my life where I just consistently lost people, just disconnected from people, whether it's friendship relationships or romantic relationships. I faced a lot of rejection. I feel like I kept losing people, and it hurt the most when I realized that it was my fault. It was my actions that caused these people to leave my life. At least that's what I believed. It was always the romantic ones that hurt a bit more because I really attached myself to them the most. And it was always the fantasizing about what could have been, which is what made it hurt so much more. But I'm sure you've heard the quote, all defeat is psychological until death. And it's very true. And once you detach yourself from all the outcomes that you built up, that you thought could happen, you weren't stupid for thinking that, but if you continue to think like that, constantly attaching to these fantasies about what could have been, who you could have been and who you could have met, and what you could have been with this person, you're constantly gonna suffer. Take it from me, I used to constantly dig myself in awful ruts and holes because I was so attached to these outcomes. A little while ago, I was in a romantic relationship, and the pain from that was awful because I kind of knew it was my fault. I knew it was what I did. And one of the loudest voices that come out during them times is that that's the best you could have got, and that you just threw away the chance of a lifetime, and that there's nothing else out there for you that's better. And I was blown away when, in a matter of days, I found something so much better. And I think that was just because I detached myself from that need of someone else being there. One of the great things that I learned to understand is that there is no one in the world other than yourself and the source, whatever you believe that to be, the universe or God, that can complete you. It's only you and the source, and anyone else is just an addition. So, if someone ever does come into your life, has a massive impact, maybe you've already met that person and maybe you're with them now, you should detach yourself from them. And it doesn't mean not caring about them, but it means that if they ever left you, or if you haven't found them and maybe you don't ever find them, detach yourself from believing that that's all you need. This person is what you need, and this person completes you, because no one else can complete you. Only you and the source can. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all about escaping that scarcity mindset, that what you have and what you can perceive in your mind is all that you can have. I promise that there's a life so much better out there for you. And I recommend a great way to explore that is to go around and see the world. See how much more people there are out there. So much different, diverse people out there. I recently came back from a trip to Asia, and so many different people, and I realize now, like, what was I doing? Getting my head caught up around people who live around me, that live around here, when there's people across the world that I liked so much more and had so much more interest in. And there's no disrespect to the people around where I'm from. There's some great people all over the world, and that's the beauty of human nature. We're always going to meet people who surprise us. So, yeah, I think it's very exciting, to be honest, that I'm still pretty young, as you can probably tell. But it's kind of like when you finish school, you feel like you've met everyone that you need, but actually life is just getting started. And I think going around the world and seeing who's out there for you, seeing who could be out there for you is an amazing thing. And until you've done that, until you've experienced a different kind of life with your 5 senses, you'll never really know. Experiencing these different experiences way outside where you were brought up or born will give you knowledge that you can never learn in a book or through studying or even a YouTube video. And, you know, I'm not here to give advice. I just putting out what I've learned in my life, and if this helps anyone, then that's amazing. But I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just, like I said, putting out my words. That's what my videos are for. Just put out what I think and what I learn and what works for me. And yeah, take from it what you will. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching this video. And also another thing, I grew up in the same area. I've lived in the same area for a lot of my life, and it made me miserable. Very grey, but actually today's my first day back in the UK, and have a lot of appreciation for where I'm at, and I really see the beauty in it now. So, yeah. Take a look around, breathe in, and realize that all defeat is psychological until death. But don't worry about death either, because that's nature, and death, it can be beautiful. Thank you. Peace and prosperity your way.